How do?
Hello, Terry, it's Paul.
Yeah, I know it is. It comes up Paul on the phone, doesn't it, Paul? Comes up Paul.
Yep.
Aye. So?
So?
No, you phoned me, Paul.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Mad, isn't it?
Yeah, okay. So what do you know?
Well, I know more than you. Well, I know something you don't, anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe.
No, definitely. I know someone that's died.
There's probably a lot of people died today, Paul.
No, someone we both know, though.
Oh, you're joking.
Do you remember Malcolm Tucklebury?
Who, Big Mac? Big Mackie Tucklebury? The Mac truck? The Mac Daddy? Big Mac? What's he been doing?
Dying. That's what he's been doing.
Blimey. Was it, you know, the obvious?
What's the obvious?
Do you mean well, that it's obviously easy to get a touch poorly when you're 58 stone?
61 when they put him in the grave. 61 stone. And a few pounds. I say grave, it was 3 graves. You know, casket the size of a grand piano case. Forklift as a pallbearer.
Whew, dead, eh?
Well, they've buried him on the strength of it.
Big boned.
No. His skeleton were a normal size.
I bet his heart wasn't, though.
He had a pig's heart valve after that operation, do you remember? Pig's heart valve. And terrible side effects, though. Terrible side effects. He used to injure his face rooting for truffles in the garden. So, you know.
He must have had arteries tough like blinking cello strings, him.
Pumping a sort of gelatinous brie-like substance inch by inch painfully through his cable-like veins.
I knew him before, I knew him before he were the size of a prehistoric sea creature.
Even back then, was he a hungry child?
Was he Oh, that's a strange question. I tell you, it all started off, he was thin, and then at the age of about 10, it all started off with yo-yos, right? If you saved the ring pulls on the cans, you could get these yo-yos, and they were like Fanta, 7-Up, Orangina, Lilt, and you could get gold, silver, and bronze yo-yos. You needed to collect about, 400 or 500 ring pulls, even for a bronze, Lilt yo-yos, and they were the bog standard ones. So, his teeth had all fallen out on the basis of that at the age of about 11, and he had to live off paste after that.
I remember. His family went through blenders like you go through kitchen roll, didn't they?
Yeah. He blended up Haagen-Dazs ice cream and Rustler's burgers, and just had about 24 drinks like that a day. And when he were 18, he added lager to it.
He got too big, though. He got too massive. We used to talk to him through the bedroom window because it stunk in there in his room. You couldn't get it. It smelled like a badger's ghoulies.
Oh yeah, what, like a milkman's glove?
Exactly that.
Yeah. He used to have to wash with a J-cloth on a chopstick, and before they used to use the paddling pool and a pressure washer, a Rab Karcher, but he got too wide for the patio doors and couldn't get out there, so it was a J-cloth on a chopstick, I'm afraid.
It's a shame, because he were a beautiful man inside, beautiful. He just drowned that man in Ben and Jerry's and Guinness and crushed up Wotsits,
At the end, they just fed him the paste shakes through a drip. Pipe the size of a blinking Dyson vacuum cleaner it were. He were on the ground floor by then, though. Stuck, Had to poo in the bath.
Oh.
Well, he couldn't fit, he had to lean one cheek over the side and just drop.
Oh, come on.
Well, that's how it happened. It would have been his mum and dad who would have pushed it down the plug hole, though, because he'd have never got down there. He'd have never got up.
Talking about down there, that's what killed him. Not a coronary or a heart stroke or anything. He fell.
What, over?
No, through the floor.
Oh, blimey.
It turns out there were an old World War II air raid shelter under the front room. The police and the ambulance, they couldn't get the cadaver out of there, couldn't get his body out of there. They had to saw him up in the hole and then airlift all the pieces to the grave. Well, 3 graves. They just poured it in outside of a tipper truck, you know. Didn't take long, considering.
Should have burnt him, shouldn't they? Should have burnt him. Even him, at his size, he'd have probably fit in a, shoebox or something. Adult shoes, like, what?
I think I'd err on the side of caution and go for a couple of holdalls.
Good thinking, aye.
So, the funeral were yesterday. Sadly missed. Not many there. Although during the eulogy, I looked up and saw a massive seagull eating a furry ginster's pasty. So, he were there in spirit.
That's quite beautiful, is that?
Yep. Anyway, I can't remember where I've originally phoned you up, so I think I'll go. Okay. See you later.
Okay, see you there.
See you there.